Held the keys with shaky hands. A blind girl searching where she stands. But music paints what eyes can't show. A love that only haunts. I miss her voice. I miss his laugh.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Emily, and I'm 16 years old. I'll be honest, I almost didn't come out here tonight. I stood backstage shaking, thinking maybe I should just go home. Because I know when I walk out here, a girl my age, looking the way I do, some people might already make up their minds. I've felt that judgment a lot lately. The looks, the whispers, the labels. People see a pregnant 16-year-old and they assume things. That I've thrown away my future. That I'm irresponsible. That I don't deserve to stand here. But before I sing tonight, I just wanted to say something for every girl who's ever felt like her voice didn't matter anymore. I'm still here. I still have something to say. The day I found out I was pregnant, it felt like the world split in half. There was before and after. I was sitting in my bathroom holding that test, and everything around me went quiet. I wasn't ready, not mentally, emotionally, or physically. I kept thinking, I'm just a kid. How am I supposed to raise one? I told my boyfriend. He walked away. I told my friends. They slowly disappeared. And when I told my mom, she cried like I'd already ruined everything. But deep down, I knew. This wasn't the end of my story. It was just a much scarier beginning than I had ever imagined. One I'd have to face mostly alone. After I found out I was pregnant, it felt like the world just shut me out. I started walking through school like a shadow. People didn't talk to me. They talked about me. Friends who used to sit next to me stopped texting. My boyfriend disappeared the moment things got real. Even my teachers treated me differently, like I wasn't worth their time anymore. One of them suggested I drop out, like my life was already over. I didn't recognize myself anymore. I stopped going out, stopped showing up. I'd stay in my room, under the covers, wishing I could disappear. Not because of the pregnancy, but because of the shame people threw at me without even asking who I really was. I felt small, like my voice didn't matter. But somehow, in that silence, music found me again. It became the only place where I still felt like me.
I used to dream in color, now I see in shades of gray. I had a map of my whole life till it all got swept away. The whispers got louder and the doors all closed. But somehow through the silence, I still hear my soul. They said I lost everything, but they don't know what I found. A tiny heartbeat in the dark, still keeping me around. I'm still here, still breathing, even when the world won't see me. I've been bruised, but I'm not broken. My stare, but I'm still here. I talk to you at night, though you're still not born. I promise you a better life, even if mine's torn. They say I'm just a number, a girl who made mistakes, but I've carried more than most with every breath I take. They say my song should end here, but I've barely just begun. You gave me back my melody when I thought I had none. I'm still here, still breathing, even when the world won't see me. I've been bruised, but I'm not broken. My voice is real, my heart's wide open. I'm still here, still standing for the life inside I'm planning. You can judge me, you can stare, but I'm still here.
But through all of that, music never left me. I'd lay on my bedroom floor and hum quietly to myself. At first, it was just noise to fill the silence, but then melodies started to form, words that somehow explained what I couldn't say out loud. I started writing lyrics in my school notebook, in the margins between math problems, and slowly, the sound of my own voice began to feel like home again. Music reminded me that even if the world saw me as a mistake, I could still create something beautiful, something that was mine. People see a teenage pregnancy and assume the worst. They don't see how hard I work. They don't see me reading parenting books by flashlight at 2 a.m. They don't see me standing in front of a mirror, rehearsing this audition 100 times because I want this so badly, not for fame, but for healing. They don't see how I talk to my baby every night, telling them I'm trying, that I'm scared too, but I'll do everything I can to be better. People love to judge, but rarely choose to understand. So tonight, I'm showing them the side of my story that never makes the headlines. I'm not here to pretend I've got it all figured out. I'm still scared, I'm still learning, but for the first time, I believe I'm allowed to dream again. Being pregnant at 16 doesn't erase who I am. It doesn't cancel out my voice. It gives me something more to fight for. I want my child to grow up knowing their mom stood on a stage, scared out of her mind, but brave enough to sing anyway, brave enough to hope. And if my song touches even one heart tonight, one girl who feels lost, one parent who's hurting, one person who thought they had no chance, then maybe this is the start of something bigger than me.